Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. May God bless you all. Nigerians, this video will shock you. What is going on currently with Simon Ekpa in the Finland detention, my people? This one shocked me. I will drop the video or watch it together. Okay, I will be right back.
In this video, we shall be going through one of the most interesting and one of the most fascinating news and updates coming out from Finland regarding this man showing right now on your screen. Yes, because yesterday we received one of the most shocking podcasts and TV interview that we've ever seen before. Yes, a man who shared a correctional facility, who was locked up in Kylmäkoski correctional facility and shared a cell with Mr. Simon, came out yesterday to hold and to grant a podcast or interview with a certain YouTuber. Yes, in that video, the video, yes, was all spoken in Finn or the Finnish language, and we had to do a lot of conversion and transcribing to English so we can get the full info and the full details. Yes, so we've managed to convert the interview from Finn to English, and we picked 1 or 2 points and 1 or 2 subjects that we'll have to definitely share in this video. Yes, this will be one of the most fascinating and one of the most interesting videos you've seen or heard this week. So let's kick off the update. Yes, just in case you don't know, Mr. Simon currently is being held in the Kylmäkoski correctional facility, and based out of the interview, he shared his cell with this particular individual. We have to blur out his face because of the info shared in that interview. This is the man. He claimed he shared a cell with Mr. Simon, and a lot of things transpired and a lot of events happened while he served his time together with Mr. Simon in Kylmäkoski. So let's start this update. Yes, this man claimed that Kylmäkoski happens to be one of the most toughest and one of the most severe correctional facility domiciled in Finland. Yes, he claimed that in that correctional facility, a lot of things happened and a lot of events occurred. Yes, just in case you don't know, just in case you don't believe that Kylmäkoski is the toughest in Finland. Showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from series of media outlets domiciled in Nigeria and also in Finland, where you can clearly see that Kylmäkoski is the toughest in that particular geographical settings. Yes, and some of us don't believe that Mr. Simon is being held in the facility in Finland. Well, showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from YLE, which we call Yale, one of the biggest media outlets domiciled in that country, where it clearly states that Mr. Simon is currently in the Kylmäkoski custody, a correctional center. This is actually very, very clear. So moving on swiftly, what else did this man share in that podcast? Which other info did he share? Well, at some point he made mention that one night he and Mr. Simon was in their cell, and something very, very strange and scary happened outside their cell block. He claimed that an individual, a different inmate in a different cell, to his cellmates, and something ridiculous happened. Yes, something that we can't mention so as to prevent the YouTube algorithm from probably shadow banning this particular video. So what happened in that cell that night that made Mr. Simon, together with this individual showing right now on your screen, to be actually scared? Well, showing right now on your screen is this particular reportage coming from Yale that clearly explained what happened that night, that raised a lot of eyebrows and created a lot of unrest in Kylmäkoski. Yes, so as you can see, it reads, a situation in Kylmäkoski closed correctional facility, and the police is currently investigating suspected attempt. I can't call out some of these words, and I believe you can actually see and read this full briefing in details. This said publication also went a step further to give us more clarity and a better understanding of the case there, and it states, a situation or an incident took place in closed correctional facility in Kylmäkoski on Friday. MTV, which first reported on the matter, says that it was a situation between 2 inmates in which the victim was actually yanked in the neck. I don't want to call some of these words to avoid the YouTube algorithm from flagging this video down. So as you can clearly see, this incident happened in Kylmäkoski, and this guy showing right now on your screen during that podcast claimed that Mr. Simon and himself were actually very, very scared that particular day and time. Anyways, moving on swiftly, what else did this man say? Yes, based out of that podcast released yesterday in a Finnish YouTube channel, he claimed that as we speak, the Finnish authorities and the government created a school. Yeah, they built a school inside that correctional facility where individuals, inmates, can actually go there, study, and gain degrees and gain various forms of certifications in that particular center. Yes, this man claimed that he and Mr. Simon enrolled on different programs in that center. This is actually a good one. And to better confirm that a school was built in that center, showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from Yale, where it states Prime Minister Marin inaugurated the new Kylmäkoski school. Yes, it also went a step further to give us more clarification about that particular case. Now, let's move on to the most interesting part of this video. Yes, in our previous video, one of the videos released a couple of months back, we made mention of the fact that an individual escaped from Kylmäkoski. Yes, an individual managed to somehow, some way, escaped from that center without the wardens, the security men, and other security team attached in that center suspecting anything. Yes, so this guy during the podcast explained everything that happened that night and how it all went down. Yes, he claimed that the individual who escaped from the center, the Kylmäkoski center, was a friend to him and they've had series of conversations before in the past. Yes, so this guy managed to escape from Kylmäkoski because he used the identity of a different inmate who was due to be released on that particular day. So he stole the identity of someone and used his ID card to seek release. Well, as we speak, the police have apprehended that individual, and that is why we received a publication showing right now on your screen, which states police apprehended prisoner who escaped from Kylmäkoski prison. It also went a step further to claim that the Central Finland police apprehended a prisoner who had escaped from the center in a car on Tuesday afternoon. The man, born in 1997, escaped from the center on Monday morning. According to the police, the apprehension took place peacefully and was led to by the police's own measures. It also went a step further to give us more clarity that Detective Superintendent Jari Kinnunen says that the police will not reveal the place where he was apprehended or whether there were any tips about this fugitive. Anyways, moving on swiftly, what else did this man who shared a Cêll block with Mr. Simon have to say? Yes. So this man made a very strong statement in that podcast because, like I said, that podcast was held in the language spoken in Finland. Yes, so we managed to actually transcribe or translate all of the wordings he used to English so that we can actually pick one or two info to share with you in this video. So yes, this man made a very, very strong and very, very implicating update that probably will lead to a lot of investigation from the police domiciled in that country. What did this man say? He claimed that there's this particular warden, as the case may be, a warden in that Kylmäkoski center who usually take money from the inmates. Yes, he claimed that he has taken money from him. That is the guy making this podcast, that this police have taken money from him. He did not make mention of the fact that maybe Simon has given him money or thereabouts. Yes, he did not say anything about Simon tipping this policeman or this warden so as to get benefits in that center. So this man claimed that this police or this warden usually take money from inmates. He will take your money. For instance, let's say you want a particular privilege. Let's say you want to make phone call or call your loved ones at home. This policeman will tell you, see, if you want to do that peacefully, pay me this particular sum of amount of money and I'll make that happen. Yes. And as we speak, Yale released a publication about this particular officer this morning based out of that podcast, because that podcast made or created a lot of revelations. He exposed a lot of facts in that center. So showing right now on your screen is a publication or a release coming from Yale, which happens to be, like I said, the biggest news agencies in that country. It states a guard in Kylmäkoski Correctional Center is suspected of taking prisoners' money. Yes, a guard at Kylmäkoski Correctional Center is suspected of taking prisoner money, which is loaded onto a payment card. The guard was suspended from his post for the duration of the legal process. The charges have been filed and should be brought to district court this spring. Yes, it also went a step further to give us more clarity, where it states a guard at Kylmäkoski Correctional Center is suspected of taking prison money worth almost 20,000 euros. Yes, the prison is located in Parikama. The prosecutor confirms to Yale that charges have been brought and the case is pending in the district court of Pierre Kanama in this spring. Yes, this is a very, very interesting one. And as we speak, the YouTube channel that released this podcast have posted a part 2 while making this video, and we have to